Hi guys, it's me, Stacy. I'm back. We're gonna have a chit chat and then we're gonna pull some cards. But I want to talk about what it means to be a divine feminine. Like I hear it thrown around a lot, and it's all over YouTube. And there are some very amazing divine feminine. Don't get me wrong, but people throw around this word. But what is it? Do you know what it is? I learned all growing up what a divine feminine was through myself, not knowing that that's what it was. But I'm going to read you a definition from Google and what they believe a divine feminine is. Okay, let's go. The divine feminine is a sacred, central, and often beyond the realm of day to day living. It's something that can't be seen but rather experienced and felt. It is a healing force beyond the physical world. It is a positive expression of the feminine side of us that exists in both men and women. Okay, pretty good description. I think if people have never met a divine feminine, that explanation resonates, or at least gives them an idea of what it's like in the life of a divine feminine. Um, so being a divine feminine, it sounds amazing, doesn't it? And don't get me wrong, I thank God every day that I got to be divine feminine. It does not come without scratches, bruises, and pain. When it talks about things you have to experience on the other side, is the other side of pain. Because to mold anything into something divine, it has to be beaten and broken down. Divine feminine go through this over and over and over again from the time they're very small, and they will keep learning these lessons over and over again until they get them, and then they heal them and let them go. Most people are divine by nature. How we choose to heal our wounds will tell us how far we are in that process of us. So let's say that you're in kindergarten. No one expects a kindergartner to act like a middle school kid, correct? Well, no one asks a middle school kid to act like a senior. You expect them to know as much as they know and as much as they're ready to absorb at that time. The same thing with college to medical school to being a PhD in anything. You learn as you go. A divine feminine has spent most of her life searching for herself, for the part in her that was broken by whatever that was in her life. A billion different things, one thing, it does not matter. The level of your pain is the level of your gifts, because as you transmute the pain, you transmute yourself, you heal yourself, you forgive yourself, and you begin to love yourself. That's what a divine feminine does for herself. We usually start this path out being the wounded healers. We will heal others along this journey of healing us because that's who we are. It's easier to heal other people. At least it was for me. And I believe, my soul family, the divine feminine that I know who have done this work and who stand in their power every day, they have done this too. You, the pain that you have, you transmute it, let it go and love yourself. And then you learn to love and give to others. But there's a lot of pain that comes with that. There's a lot of pain. When I talked about unconditional love, that's not an easy job. That is something that you can guarantee will break your heart at least once a day. And God forbid you have narcissists or people who are coming in to freaking be your handler, because God forbid this, someone shows this world real love, because the devil will come in and tear it right down, or try to. A divine feminine transmutes as needed. Alchemy. Whether that is good energy or that is bad energy. That does not mean that we don't get mad. I've said this in several videos. When someone hurts me and I believed in them, I still get mad. It still hurts. And I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll talk to myself and I'll talk to my husband and I'll transmute it that way, and then I'll find the lesson in it for both parties, all parties involved, and see where I could have went wrong, where I was just a catalyst for that person, which happens a lot. But I learned. And if I am not learning every day, then the day was a waste for me. That's the divine feminine energy. We love. If we love you, we will love you forever. But that does not mean, and should never mean, even when we start talking about the divine masculine, that you let anyone mistreat you. You know, for me as a divine feminine, I can give people chances over and over and over and over again. Why? Because it's who I am. If I could change it, I would have a long time ago. It's not who I am. And when I do that, when I get, oh, I'm over it, I'm done, I can't do this no more, I'm just going to be this big bitch and walk around the way everyone else does, and, it works for them. I mean, sometimes ignorance is bliss now, isn't it? But then that's not why I came here. I came here to help heal people. I went through realizing that everything that I had went through in my life from an infant on was to help others. And if you don't help others with your knowledge, then what was it for? And that's what divine feminine do. We have an energy, a healing energy to love you. And people take advantage of that all the time. That does not mean we are perfect. We were growing. We were wounded healers. We had to grow too, just like you do. The difference is that people get stuck in certain areas. They make it to kindergarten. They go no further. That's all they need to know. They don't need to know anything else about how the world works. They go to work every day, do the same things every day. They never notice a tree. They go to church and they're happy, and that's great. You can be in any grade you want to. It's up to you, right? You decide how far you grow and how much you learn. It's a personal choice. There is no hierarchy. There is no better than the other. But there is a respect thing. That's a lot of work to do. Some people make it to 5th grade. Some people never transmute the pain at all. They just bury a bunch of stuff on top of it until it collapses. Because it will. Because that's how life works. You can't keep taking on everything and covering it up and expect it to heal. You have to get in there and dig it out and put medicine in it and take care of it and cry for it and heal it. And you have to keep doing this as a divine feminine over and over again. And then there'll be times when you think that you are healed and you're at the beginning again. A different beginning. It will always be different because we're the Phoenix Risings. When the divine feminines, when it was time for all of us to really start waking up to what that meant and who we are and to stand in our power, and online it's all about the divine masculine breaking the divine feminine's heart, and that's true. That has a lot to do with it, but it's a lot deeper than that, than the twin flame journey, than being a light worker. It's about the divine feminine energy on this planet, what this planet needs to succeed with giving us life, and the reason why we are here to transmute the energies into love, to change the souls of the people who want to be changed. You always have a choice, but you don't have the choice to choose your consequences of your own actions. I don't, the 3D, 4D, 5D, going in and out of dimensions and all that stuff is part of our gifts, and being clairaudient or clairsentient or clairvoyance or mediumship, all that stuff is our gifts. As a divine feminine, you are not to misuse those gifts. You are not to do love spells. Because then how do you know someone really loves you if you did something? You'll never know the truth. And that will always backfire, in my opinion. In my opinion, you don't do anything against anyone's will. We watch what we say and what we think every second of every day because our words are powerful. Because unless you've been through something or you've seen something on the other side, you don't understand it. People have to experience those things, but you can't experience them if you don't go any further than the 3D fuckery, excuse my language, of this planet. If you don't see the reasons behind it all, the reason you met every single person in your life, the beauty of it, to really understand what a divine feminine is. It's loving when you know you won't get any love in return. It is being the catalyst in someone's life that you love because Spirit, God, told you for them to be where they need to be. You have a job to do. And knowing that the only person who's really going to hurt is you. It amazes me, the growth of me, and not in an egotistical way, because truthfully, everything I have could go away and I would still have me. I don't ever want that to happen, but naked I came into this world alone, naked I shall leave alone, and I've spent many lifetimes. I know those lifetimes. I will be back. That's how you connect to spirit. That's how you know it's real. Your fears you bring into this world that didn't happen before, you just fear it. It's because it's something that happened in a past life. And you hold that in your soul, and it's releasing all that. You're not just healing this life. No, honey. That would be too easy. You're healing all your past lives in your ancestral freaking bloodline. Just so that you can be the one to change the timelines for the time we're living on Earth for right now. What God and Gaia need. I often try to think of it like this on an ascension level. The awakening. It's like, say you're in a building and you have the bottom floor, and on the bottom floor it's like the basement, and all you can see is like people's feet, and they're walking by, and you might be able to see some mulch or whatever. That's your level of consciousness. That's all you know. You know nothing else, right? Go up 3-4 stories, you're seeing tops of trees, you might be seeing people's heads, you might be seeing stoplights, and it's a whole new world, right? So then you get to the 10th floor and you're like, oh my gosh, I can see the city. It's so beautiful. I never knew that any of this existed. And then you get to the penthouse and you're like, oh, oh my God, why have I not seen any of this? And so forth and so on. It's no different. That's the level of how you are seeing the world, is by the level of your consciousness. And the more you grow that consciousness, the more you will become a divine being. Divine feminines are still healing. There are a lot that are still healing. We are wounded healers. Like I said, that is our job. You are forever. If you say you're healed completely, then that's how you know you're not. Because I could be having a great day and still have a memory of something from my childhood and feel right like that little girl again. But see, the difference is I can transmute it so much faster. I can feel that emotion, deal with it, and go on about my day and know that that's all it was. It and it's okay. And it's okay to cry. And it's okay to love. The divine feminine are beautiful women of love and balance. And it may not always look like that on the outside to other people when we're transmuting and we go in to work on ourselves a little bit more. But when we come back out and people don't know who that person is because she's changed so much, that's how you know you did your job. Now, I want to talk about the divine masculine and the divine feminine a little bit. In my views on it, okay? This is just my views. I watch a lot of people. I have a lot of girlfriends in my spiritual community, and I've listened over the years, okay? For starters, as a psychologist who studies psychology, it is never healthy, ever, to let somebody abuse you in any way, shape, or form. I don't care how connected you are to them from this life to 10 lives ago. Abuse is never love. I worry about the women who feel so strongly about a person and they think that the abuse is okay, because abuse is never okay. Anyone around a divine feminine, when they leave her, should feel better about themselves, or when they get off the phone. And if somebody is mistreating you, you're not loving yourself, for starters, and you're teaching others how to treat you. In my opinion, abuse should never be tolerated, ever. That doesn't mean that someone kisses your feet when they walk in the door. It means that the divine feminine gives the same respect to the divine masculine as he should give to her. No more, no less. When one is lacking, you stand in for them. If the other is lacking, you stand in your energy for them. That's how that works, in my opinion. I know there are feminines that are just getting with their divine masculines, and that is beautiful. And I can't wait to see the life you create together, because both of you have done the work. But just think of that, all the stuff I told you that the divine feminine has to go through, on top of all the things she's transmuting through her life. She holds space for the divine masculine, because they're one soul split into two bodies. You can't stop it. You can't make it go away. You can't wish it away. It is the way you were created. It is your mission on this earth right now, in the body that you're in, to hold that energy. But in my experience, I can hold both energies and not ever speak a word because separation is an illusion, time is an illusion. I can pull on any energy that I need and hold space and love. And that's what a divine feminine is supposed to do for her divine masculine. It does not matter if you are in union. It does not matter if you have a conversation on the phone. It does not matter if they are married and have kids with other people. It does not matter what they are doing. It matters what you are doing. And you can fall down that rabbit hole. And most of us have. But it comes back to self-love, the more you love you, the more the divine masculine will love himself. The more you rise up, the more the divine masculine will rise up. But it takes a lot of transmuting. So what happens if you are a divine feminine who's done all the work, or is doing the work, shall I say? You're never done, correct? And the divine masculine is still in 3D, or maybe the 4D, goes back and forth. But life, other people, trauma, pain, suffering, lies, betrayal have pulled two people apart. What then? What then shall you do? When you realize that, in my opinion, let's state this again, being with them or not being with them, or never seeing them again, doesn't exist. We are collectively one. We have the 1111 portal coming up, and we've used it for the twin flame journey for a while. Most people 1111 twin flames, when we all started waking up at the beginning of the journey to the divine feminine I'm talking to right now. But it also means unity consciousness. It also means a time of self-transformation as it's in Scorpio season. It means a lot more. And if you want to celebrate it as twin flame, go for it. That's amazing too. That everyone has their own personal preference. That just happens to be mine. So you go on with your life. If something is meant to be, it shall always be. In this lifetime, in your next lifetime. However that's supposed to work for you. Most twins that reincarnated at this time together needed the pain from one another to change their self. The feminine energy started doing that. We're feminine. We have that power. We create. The masculines who are waking up have no freaking clue what the hell we're talking about. I mean, if they're still on a second ground level, they can't see you because they can't see them. They can't even see themselves as the divine masculines they are because they haven't done the work to call themselves divine masculine yet. So don't think because you're connected to a person that gives them a right to mistreat you in any way, shape, or form. Whether that's verbally, mentally, whatever, physically. Don't let anyone mistreat you. Soulmate, twin flame, kindred spirit, freaking parents, family, I don't care. Don't let anyone mistreat you. Start standing in those powers, putting boundaries there first. And if you have went through this journey and you decided to stop healing because it was easier to start doing drugs, or, and that's not a sarcasm, that's a real issue and a very sad issue. And I had to deal with a little bit of that, when I was healing, because my illness came out as physical sickness. And the more you believe that you're sick, the more sick you get. The more you believe that pills are helping you, the more that they do, the more you think you need. And we'll get into junk DNA and telomeres and how we heal ourselves in other videos. But back to the divine masculine. I think that at this point in the game, if that's what you want to call it, in the ascension process of us, that is no longer, at least for me, it's no longer about divine masculines. Doesn't have to be the soul you've reincarnated with. A divine masculine can be the person who done their healing work to be a part of your world. And if that happens to not be your divine masculine right now, or ever, however it's going to work out, however you're going to learn how to use it in yourself, and get the light language from dreams and in other realms, maybe not in the 3D, then it will be, and you will know. I think this week it has definitely been a 5D dream week, and that comes and goes. And I think that's one thing I've learned, is that people think that if it doesn't happen, then it will just go away. Most of us know that will not happen. How many times have we tried to make it go away, make the pain stop? It doesn't just go away. We can cover it up for a while, but it'll always come back, right? So what's the point of even trying to do that? That's learn to work with that energy. Learn to work with it. Make it work for you. Become your own self. Do what you know your mission as a divine feminine is. And when the divine masculines decide, and they will, it's their journeys too, and more of them wake up, maybe if we're all one. Because for me, I just want the divine masculines to be happy. I want them to be authentically themselves, no matter what. I want them to understand that it's okay to love more than one person. I want them to feel whole in their self. I want them to see who they are. The same way I want feminines to work on being divine. The way that I'm still working on being divine feminine every day. But I see so many people so heartbroken, fighting for something that is toxic, that isn't healthy in the moment. Because if you have one person who has healed this much and one person that has healed this much, it's unbalanced. You can't make them see from a level they're not able to, in trying to, and that goes for divine masculine or divine feminine. There's divine masculines out there who are way more enlightened right now. It's not a race. It's a healing process of you. It's a personal journey. Every one is different. And so these divine, we watch these readers, or at least I do, and Each message is different, and some are for people who are on the first floor. Some readers are for people who are on the fourth floor, and some are for people who are really advanced. I don't know where anybody is, or if anyone, who all will even know what a divine feminine and divine masculine is, but that is my interpretation of it. And I think that it's beautiful because it's not about us anyway. It's about God. It's about Gaia. It's about bringing oneness to this world. So coming together in the physical 3D world was never a guarantee. The fact that we get a chance to love like that at all is a gift all in itself, no matter what. So, okay, enough babbling, guys. I hope that makes sense. I really didn't have a clear... I knew I wanted to talk to the divine feminine and divine masculine, and I got a bunch of new cards, and I want to use them. But I don't try to think of what we should ask. Let's just see what God Spirit wants us to know. What do you want the divine feminine and masculine to know? Spirit, what do you want the divine feminine and masculine to know at this time? Super excited about my new cards. Oh, we got it with the divine feminine. Of course. What do you want the divine feminine and masculine to know? It's so funny. We got soul flame. Of course we are. What do you want the divine feminine and divine masculine to know? There we go. Sacred self, just like I was saying, you have to be yourself. You have to, on both sides. Authentically yourself, your sacred self, before you ever try to merge your sacredness with someone else's, even in soul families, in soul groups, because that's where you get so much anger in the community. In a sacred vision, of course, you have to be able to see it. If they're not able, and this is masculine energies in general, feminine energies in general, it doesn't matter people, no matter what title, it is a title, okay, but it's an energy exchange, and when you are one, is the way that you can understand it, because it's not a love you can walk away from, no matter what. But you got sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. Forgive one another for being there or not being there, for good or for bad, for just being the person that helped catalyze you into your journey of yourself. It deserves that. Honor it. Don't bash it. What do you want the masculine and feminine to know? Masculine and feminine to know. Really hope you like my leaves in the back. I thought it was kind of cool. I'm a dork though. Divine feminine and masculine. Oh, there we go. We got those. Open communication. Mercury. Mercury's in retrograde right now, guys, in my first house. I'm not scared of it. Bring it on. More lessons. Open communication. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. Isn't that what I said? Look at him. Higher learning. Levels of consciousness, guys. It's real. Like you don't know until you know, and then you wonder why you didn't know. It works like that. I have some more cards because I got these new cards and I want to use them. So let's see. What do you want the divine feminine and masculine to know at this time? Spirit, what do you want the divine masculine and feminine to know through me right now? I just noticed something. Ooh, there was a card stuck under Soul Flame when it came out. And it's karma releasing. The masculine, Saint Germain, because he's karma releasing. So we're all doing some karma releasing. Divine Mother manifest. So yes, Divine Feminine. Manifest blessings for everyone around you, because it will come back to you tenfold. And Spirit isn't going to let anyone hurt us anymore. It's where the world is right now. Stay on your post. Divine Masculine, stay on your post. The dissolving light. Clarifier. On a wave of love. Energetically. No matter who you come across, you have a choice to change their day just by being nice. Just by showing someone that you care. I can't tell you how hard that is for me to do sometimes. Especially when someone has really just hurt me and I'm trying really hard to be authentically me. And if someone asks for my advice, I don't want to lie, but yet they're not ready. And I have to just love anyway. On the wave of love, like that song. Any more, Spirit? From nothing to everything. Doing the work. From nothing to everything. One. Everyone. We are all one. Meaning, we come from one creator, one source. And you can take a drop out of the ocean, but it's just a drop of a whole. It's not about right or wrong. It's not about anything but loving someone. If they hurt you, that doesn't mean you have to go hurt them back. Yeah, well, that one I wanted to see. Divine Feminines, the ones that have put in the work. You are so beautiful. I know so many of you. I've met so many of you and talked to so many of you on this journey, and wow, you're truly amazing. Spirit, divine, masculine, feminine to know. Divine, masculine. Okay. So, we got the crone. So, the wise one. The wise one that's done the work, the crone. Queen of Fire. It is. The one thing I think about this path is that when your love is your passion and your passion is your love, it gets very misconstrued because it can come off angry when it's passion, when it's energy that is overwhelming. So it's being the hero's journey. What is your hero's journey? I'll share my hero's journey with you guys sometime. I definitely will. It's quite a journey. But what is your hero's journey? Don't stay stuck because someone told you to. Don't stay stuck in a healing process of yourself because someone doesn't want to see you get there. Don't stay someplace in your mind. Set yourself free. Don't be a bird in a cage with it open. Fly. That's something I taught myself. And I'm still sometimes scared of getting out of that cage. It's not been easy. Getting on YouTube was not easy. It's something I was planning for 3 years. And I had to heal parts of me and people from my past and become me before I was comfortable. I wanted to be authentically me. I wanted to know that I wasn't going to lead people down a wrong road. I wanted to know that everything that I knew was honest and true to the best of my ability. And until I felt like it was, and I researched and studied myself and talked to spirit, I couldn't do it online. I had to know. And that's what I'm going to try to do every single time. You know, don't get me wrong, I have haters out there. There's people who don't like me, and that's fine. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, nor is everyone my cup of tea. And sometimes people come in for a reason, season, and that's good. And sometimes it's sad. But it's taught me. And if you're out there and you feel like I've done something to hurt you, I'm sorry. I really am. My intentions has never been, and never has been to hurt another person. Ever. That wasn't the intentions when it started. I want to pull the Lenormand deck. What does Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine need to know right now? What does Divine Masculine need to know right now? What do you want Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine to know right now? The compass. Where's your compass pointing? Where are you from? Where are you heading? Is it stuck in time? Has it not moved in years? Where is your compass? Are you following your own mental and emotional compass? Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. So, it's just we have 2 ways to go. But everyone's free to choose. You're just not free from the consequences of your own actions. So, you know, I wanted to say this too. Don't give your power ever away to a reader or a person. You've honed your own power. No matter what anyone says, you can change it. You can go right or you can go left. And depending on each direction you go at every decision, things are going to change. No one's stuck. You choose if you're stuck or not. If you transmute and you do everything with love, then you've done all you can do. What does the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine need to know right now, Spirit? What does the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine need to know right now? Stop looking behind. Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, quit looking behind. And I mean that in a way of yesterday's wounds, yesterday's disappointments, yesterday's failures. Love yourself through it for where you were in your consciousness at that time. Because to heal this world, we have to heal ourselves. To be able to show other people how to do it, you have to walk through the fire. It's not a hierarchy or, oh my gosh, this happened before this person, or this person is enlightened and this person is not. Because this journey isn't easy no matter what. But if you have someone who's already went through it, then listen to them. If you see the fruits on their tree and their fruit is good, then listen to their advice. If it does not resonate with you, then don't. But you'll feel it in here. You take what's for you and you leave what is not. And if you do that, you'll never get confused. I'm going to pull angel message. What is the angels, what do you want? Breed, healthy lifestyle. Always need to drink our water, take care of ourselves, take care of our skin, take care of the body we're in. Clear audience. Listen to everything around you. You can find messages in anything. All you have to do is believe. Breathe. It's not a race. It's not a race. No one's going to win or come in beforehand because we are all one. So if you get to where you think that you no longer need healing and people are lower or a hierarchy, then you've already lost, because then you become like everyone else. Stand stand proud of yourself for the work you've done always. Don't let anyone take that from you. Stand in your power. But by standing in your power and becoming the Phoenix Rising will always consist of love. And sometimes that may be tough love, but it should always come from a place of love and compassion. And when you step out of line and you know, wow, this ain't me, I need to, like really chill out, happens to me a lot, then do that. Take a time out. Put yourself in time out. Oops, nope, I need to go do something to calm down before I hurt someone's feelings, because sometimes words cannot be taken back, ever. They're out there. You hurt somebody, you say something that is not true, you can't take that back all the time. Think before you speak. Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. Feminines, masculines, all of us. I want to see what are the Divine Masculines thinking about the Divine Feminines? What are the Divine Masculines thinking about the Divine Feminine? This was pulling. Faith. Community. Stay calm, trust in the good in yourself. I keep hearing it. In others. See the light in the world. So that's what the Divine Masculine wants the Divine Feminine to know. To have faith. Faith to look past the illusions of things. Faith in yourself. Faith in humanity as a whole. What is the Divine Feminine think? What does the Divine Feminine want the Divine Masculine to know? What is the Divine Feminine want the Divine Masculine to know right now, Spirit? There we go. Light activation. So Divine Feminine wants the Divine Masculine to know light activation. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. So we want you to listen to yourself. Listen to your guidance. It doesn't matter the outcomes, as long as you're true and honest with yourself. Love yourself. To me, and to many others that I know who are Divine Feminine, that's what we want. We want the best for everyone. no matter what that means. And everyone wins in that situation. That takes karmics and all the names out of it because we're one. You hurt another feminine energy, you're causing your own karma. You hurt another divine masculine or masculine energy, you get your karma. Unless you transmute it and do it with love and guidance from above. And you will know. You guys, I really hope that you like this impromptu. I hadn't done a divine masculine, divine feminine reading yet on my channel for several reasons. My different feelings on things, and I don't expect everyone to resonate the way that I see it. And I'm not saying the way I see it is totally correct. It's just the way that I see it right now. And I'm growing every day, so, you know. But I love you guys, and I hope you have a great Saturday night.